subscribers, thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking a little business. We're talking about business failure and how a failed business can actually help you grow as a person, grow as a future business person. I have failed in business. I have failed multiple businesses that I tried when I was really young, and I failed on them when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. But those failed businesses, they helped me immensely start my current business, which is finally a success. I finally broke through. I finally created a successful business. And if you go and you look at tons of great entrepreneurs, we're talking people who ended up building huge companies, they have failed in businesses before. They have, businesses that did not succeed. So there's this notion out there that you have to succeed in your very first business, otherwise it's not cut out for you. That's completely false. You can learn so much by failing a business, by having a business fail on you. I'll give you some examples on things I've learned. For instance, when I was around 20, maybe 21 years old, I had an idea to start this business, which was like colored light paint switches. So the switches that you turn on your lights or whatever, so there's a cover that goes over it. I had this idea that I would offer all these different colors of basically those plates that go over your light switches, and I would sell those online in my own online store. So I created this online store. I created the whole process on how I have these, light switch covers painted, and so I have them painted so well that it's very hard to chip them, because that's something I learned early on. It would chip really easily. So I created this whole process and I should have got this process probably patented or something, on how I would do it where it would be very durable. So when fingernails and whatnot hit the colored light switches, it wouldn't mess them up. And I had this idea of, instead of everybody just having white light switch covers, that, if you wanted a green one or a red one or a maroon one or whatever color, you could have it. It's like a new expression type thing. So that was my idea. I created the online store. I learned how to do that. I learned about business license, all that stuff. And I put it out there, and no customers really came to me. And I just gave up on it because I was working for a pretty good company. I had a pretty decent job at that time. I was really getting into stocks and whatnot, and I was making good returns on the stock market and whatnot. And I just kind of gave up on the business. So what I learned from that is I learned how to set up a website. I learned how it's not going to be easy. If you just expect customers to come to you like in droves all of a sudden when you create something, that's not going to happen. You need to learn how to market. You need to learn how to get your name out there and whatnot, how to get people excited, all those types of things. I learned how to set up a business and the business license process you have to go through, all that kind of stuff. So I learned a ton of stuff. And that all helped me with my current business. Because then I learned, okay, you know what? If I really want this to succeed, I got to be willing to talk to people. I got to be willing to market myself a certain way. I need to have a website better than what I had before. I need to do this and do that. And all those things helped. And all those early processes that I was learning for the very first time when I started those early businesses, now it was easy because I already understood, okay, I know how to set up a business license. That's really easy. I know how to set up a website. That's so easy. This and that and this and that. That all became a very easy process, so it didn't take a ton of energy out of me. So when the business was actually ready to get rolling, I could get it rolling properly, and I could focus on what needed to be focused on, which was trying to get customers. Now, even in my current business, I started that toward the end of October, beginning of November last year. 4 or 5 months in, we're talking January, February time frame, I was still not having success. I was doing like pathetic, maybe $500, $700 in revenue per month. Good thing I had plenty of savings behind me so I could live off that and whatnot, but I was not succeeding at all. I was barely getting any jobs. It was so hard to get my name out there, those kinds of things. Then what I realized I needed to get into some different products and services to sell and whatnot that were in related industries that people were looking for. So I started kind of doing that, and that's how I broke through. And then I had my very first customer in March, a big customer, had the belief in me, and I started doing lots of projects for them. And then I had all that work to show all my future customers, And then nowadays, we're almost a year into my business, and I don't even really have time to go and reach out to new customers anymore. Customers come to me now. I have my client base built up where I have a certain amount I'm going to do with pretty much everybody every month, and then people just come to me because they heard my name off my website, off my business channel videos, or from other customers of mine currently who are partners with that other person. So they come to me now. And so learning from the first business failure and the second business failure, that helped me in this business. Because I learned it's not going to be easy. I got to really try hard at this, and I can't just give up because, oh, it didn't work out initially. It didn't work out, so you know what? I give up. No, you can't give up. You got to try it. You got to really go after it for months and months and months, if not a year or two. This channel is a perfect example. This channel, it took 5 months, I think, to grow to 100 subscribers. I had this powerful message I want to get out there, talking personal finance and talking the stock market and business and teaching, people all these things that don't matter what income you're from, don't matter what area you're from, don't matter what race, don't matter what gender, ethnicity, anything. You can come to this channel and you can learn. It's not for like some privileged class or something. This is free content. You guys can learn from it and learn a lot of things that were passed on to me through family members or friends, or things that I've taught myself, or things I've learned from others who weren't family or friends but are like role models of mine and whatnot. So that was my idea, and 5 months in, I was nowhere. I'd finally maybe hit 100 subscribers around that time. I had 70 videos maybe posted, and then I finally had my success. I finally had the first video that really took off and propelled my channel, and it was called How to Negotiate a Car Deal, where I talked about the negotiation process. I posted that video, and it kind of got rolling right off the bat, but not that many views. And then over the next month or two, that's when it really started to build up and bring in, 50, 100 views per day or whatever, which is still not a ton of views, but it was a lot for my channel at that time. And then I started to build subscribers, and now I'm able to gain about 100 subscribers every day, and that's growing. So 5 months to get to 100 subscribers, a day to get to 100 subscribers now. So the channel's at a way different place, but if I had given up 5 months in and said, you know what, screw this, no one cares about my channel, no one cares to listen to my message, no one cares to learn to me, this channel would have never existed. It would never have gotten to where it is now. And it's going to grow a lot over time because you guys share these videos and you watch the new videos that come out and whatnot and all those kinds of things, which then puts it on other people's news feeds on YouTube and whatnot, which helps propel the growth even more. So none of this would have ever happened if I would have just quit. Literally, if I just quit and said, you know what, this isn't going to work out. No one cares to listen to me. No. And it was all about the powerful message I had. If it was like simply about the money or something, I would have gave up at 5. I would have gave up at 3 months or 2 months. But because I had this powerful message, I was like, you know what? I don't care. If only 100 people watch my videos, that's great. That's 100 people I'm helping out there in the world. 100 people. That is a great source of my time. So the message helped me keep going with this. Keep going. Keep going. So, and I'll just talk about that for a second. A lot of people think YouTube's going to be like a money source, so they're going to bring in a lot of money to YouTube. No, that's not going to happen. Unless you're some superstar out there, you're not going to bring in a lot of money from YouTube. And if you do ever get to that place, it's going to take years and years to get there. So, I don't know. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Anyways, so business failures. That's how it helps you guys. You learn so much. And you learn how to overcome adversity. And you know what? The main thing is that I probably didn't even mention in this video. You learn to not be scared of failure. You learn to not be scared of failure. Because once you've failed, then it's like, okay, it's not that bad. I can get over this. I can go out there and try to succeed now. A lot of people are scared to start a business because they're scared of failing. That is, a lot of people won't tell you that to their face, but inside, that's what they really feel. They're like, feel deep down inside, they might fail, and that might be embarrassing and those kinds of things, and that's scary to them. So that's why they don't really give it their all or even try in the first place. Once you fail in a business, you're not scared of failure anymore. You are confident. You're like, okay, I did this and this wrong last time. I can do this and this right now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope this video was really inspirational and helpful to all you guys who were thinking of maybe starting a business in the future, or maybe have just started a business and you're kind of in that period when you're like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. Should I keep going? Those kinds of things. Subscribe if you haven't. This is a financial education channel where I talk a ton about business, entrepreneurship. I'm an entrepreneur. I talk about personal finance, and we talk about the stock market and investments and how to be a successful investor. Those kinds of things. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.